is going to be really contingent upon A, what the seller's goals are, and B, if the purchaser's goal as far as what involvement the seller would have after closing, what their expectations are. And hopefully those are a good match. If there's not, there's going to be problems. So, you may have something where, they want to keep the name, they want to keep the owner, so all the loyal clients don't just flee when they hear that the owner is no longer going to be involved. So they certainly may want to keep that owner in, and of course, usually the owner's compensated for that, even in, either in regards to the purchase price or by some salary or payment as an independent contractor to consult. So you keep those clients, and also too, you may have a person that's buying the company that understands the business, but maybe doesn't understand the local economy and the local culture within that particular geographic area, and would be lost and lose a lot of money to catch up, as opposed to just keeping the current owner involved in the business. So if that's the case and both sides agree, great. You do have some owners, especially when you're talking about retirement, or you have some personal tragedy that happens, or in fact death. It's hard to run a business when you're dead. So you may have ones where that's just not possible, or at least it's not advantageous to the seller to stay in the business. It's not one of their goals. And so if you know that, then you probably need to be real upfront in the beginning with the other side that this is going to be a sale, and this particular sale is, once it's all closed, with the exception of some things, there may be some additional paperwork that has to be given after the closing, maybe, in a year's time. There may be some liens that it's going to be the responsibility of the owner if they don't get taken care of before that time. There are some things that do hang on even when the owner wants to be completely shut out and closed. But there is an end in sight, and there's certain contingencies where once they're met, the seller is done. And if both sides agree to that, sometimes the seller wants to hang in there because it's kind of their baby, but they need the money and they need to sell it. They want to stay on, and the buyer's like, no, this is our baby now. We want you out. That's going to be part of the deal. So it just does depend on the circumstances.